Hi kids, welcome back to our channel. Today finally we're gonna open the Camp Cretaceous Baby Ankylosaurus and the new Dino Escape Ankylosaurus Bumpy. We've had the baby Bumpy for a while, but we're too busy in the past few months, and then came out the grown-up Bumpy. Shout out to Spino625 again, who's always watching our videos. Keep on growing your channel, buddy. And if you'd like me to give you a shout out, you can write your comments down in the comment section below, and I hope my small number of subscribers will discover you as well. Okay, let's begin. Let's review the baby Bumpy first. Isn't she cute? Write your comments below, which one do you like? Do you like baby Bumpy or the grown-up Bumpy? Okay, now let's proceed with the packaging. The packaging, of course, have the Camp Cretaceous Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous logo on the top left, and in our case the name of the dinosaur, Ankylosaurus Bumpy, down on the left side. On the right we've got the famous Toro and the characters on the Netflix series, which is Kenji, Brooklyn, and Darius. This is how they look like at the beginning of the Camp Cretaceous series. Also down at the bottom, we have the map and the stickers included in the pack. In the middle, of course, we've got Bumpy, and behind her are the stickers and the map included. So at the back, the packaging tells you what other dinosaurs you'll be able to collect in the series. We already have Bumpy, and I know I've seen Velociraptor at Toymid, but I didn't buy it. And I couldn't get Protoceratops and the Dimorphodon. I've been looking at the websites. Yeah, no, nothing. We also have the Jurassic World Facts app details at the top left. More of that later on when we make a full video about it. I also have YouTube shorts showing some DNA codes, which I publish almost every day, so watch out. So I know sometimes you can't get all the toys. Maybe I have it, so I'm going to share the DNA code to you so you can use it in the app and see more information about the dinosaur in the application, and see it roar and in like a bluish background, which I don't know how it's called, but it's very interesting. Okay, let's now open baby Bumpy. Let me tear that over there. So the packaging is a little bit dilapidated because Sebastian has been playing with it. So the packaging looks kind of old. Alright, let me tear that thing up. There you go. Okay, so we've got the Bumpy figure, the stickers, and the small maze for you to answer. This is baby Bumpy. This is a beautiful little dinosaur. The details, like the specks on the face and all over the body, are really great. You can also see the wrinkles all over the body. Those little lines are very well defined. So the mouth is fixed. It always stays shut. You can turn the head around. Just make sure that the leg isn't blocking the head movement. You can turn it like 360 degrees. Yeah, I think at this point the leg is blocking the head. So I'm gonna put this back in its normal position. And I turned it the other way around because the leg isn't blocking the head on the other side. See? I just switched it. The blue-green color is really nice. In person, it actually looks like a little bit shiny and glittery. You can see here that her spikes are still small. Look at that. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. You can see it's kind of smooth, but for a plastic, but not so smooth. And you can see here the details. Look at the spikes. They have round round edges, should I call that round edges? And look at the definition of the lines and the scales and the markings as well. You can see there are like blue specks on the legs, on the upper portion of the legs, and so is the top of the head. So all 4 legs have got those markings. The front and back legs can be moved. So they're about to click, so when you move it, you can do it on all 4 legs. I guess this is good for like pretend play because it simulates as if the character is moving, walking, or running. Yeah, you can hear 2 clicks. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you can do that for both the front legs and the hind legs. Okay, our Bumpy is working. I mean, it's in a good condition because I can move all the legs. Now let's move on to the tail. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit because it's blurry. The tail is still small, of course, because this is Baby Bumpy, or the smaller version of Bumpy. You can move it left to right, right to left, vice versa. You can do it manually, left, right, right, left. So this is our Baby Bumpy. Now let's look at the underside. It has that mustardy color all over from the underside of the jaw all the way through the tail. It also has a small Jurassic Park logo on one of the foot. And lastly, it has a DNA code which you can use in the Jurassic World Facts app. I think I've already shared with you the DNA code of Baby Bumpy, so if you haven't, you can check out our YouTube shorts. So that's it. This is our gorgeous little Baby Bumpy. Okay, so apart from the figure, you're also going to get a small card which contains a maze. Help Darius, Kenji, and Brooklyn reach the Jurassic World gate. This is pretty much easy, I think. And also, the answer to the maze can be found at the back of the card. Look at that. It's a cute looking card where you've got Toro as well. Let's open it. It's very basic. It's pretty simple. I know you guys can answer it even without looking at the back of the card. That's the answer. Oh, it's raining quite heavily. That's why I'm not able to record it as soon as I wanted to, because you can actually hear the rain from the background. It's raining hard, but it's very patchy. Oh, I forgot to mention, we also have the stickers in the bag. So this is it, the moment I've been waiting for. This is the new Dino Escape Ankylosaurus Bumpy. This has been posted in Kmart's website for a few weeks now, and I keep on checking the website. There's a just landed note, so I called some store, and lucky enough, when we are at the shopping center, I found this new Dino Escape Bumpy and the Ceratosaurus. So watch out for our video featuring the Ceratosaurus as well. Okay, back to Bumpy. In the front of the box, of course, we have the new Dino Escape logo, just Darius here, and without his yellow jacket. Next to the Dino Escape logo, we have the Ankylosaurus Bumpy name, and this is a roar attack toy which we'll test later on. We also have the image of the Ceratosaurus, which is the same as the previous editions, and of course the Camp Cretaceous logo. The different modes when you slide the button on Bumpy's back is located on the bottom right. You've got levels 1, 2, and 3, and how the tail moves as you slide the button. And we also have the Netflix logo at the top right corner of the box. And Bumpy is strapped in the middle. Now we flip it to see the sides. Here we got Blue, Sammy, and Ben. Let's switch to the back side now. At the back, we've got the image of Bumpy in the middle, showing us how the sliding button works and how the tail moves with it. There are also 3 levels of sound when you slide the button. Down at the bottom right, here we've got Baryonyx and Ceratosaurus. We already have the Ceratosaurus, we have the Baryonyx, but as part of the other pack. And then lastly, we have the Jurassic World facts. I've already posted the adult Bumpy's DNA code. If you haven't checked it out, please go to my channel and see the DNA code. And see right here, there are 3 levels and the tail moves as you move the slide. And I already mentioned we've got Baryonyx and the Ceratosaurus. This is Baryonyx Limbo, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Comment if this is not Baryonyx Limbo. We are gonna feature Baryonyx video not next week, but maybe the week after next. So watch out for a full video comparing Baryonyx Grim and Baryonyx Limbo. And then, of course, which I mentioned earlier, the Jurassic World Facts is a really cool app. Well, that's just my opinion. Okay, let me just get my trusty scissors. Now let's cut it open to release Bumpy. Yes, this is gorgeous. The details are amazing. Let's move it to the side, at the back. Okay, look at that. It doesn't really look like exactly like how it looked like in Camp Cretaceous series, but this is really nice. Let's compare the young and grown-up Bumpy. In terms of the color, the grown-up Bumpy looks darker, maybe because of the definition of the scales all over the body. And in terms of the spikes, Baby Bumpy have 5 rows of spikes, while the grown-up Bumpy has 4, leaving a space in the center for the sliding button. I'm not sure, maybe young Ankylosaurus really look that way. As for the tail, Baby Bumpy's tail, of course, is small with mustardy color, while the grown-up Bumpy has a bigger tail, of course, but with the color the same as the spikes. Oh, as the spikes. The grown-up Bumpy's color, just looking at it right now, is even more shinier than Baby Bumpy's, or the small Bumpy. I just want to call it Baby Bumpy. And when you touch it, it's not gritty. It's kind of smooth, but not too smooth for plastic. And look at the tail. There's some definitions in the tail as well, like some small spikes there. There you go, Baby Bumpy. I'm just gonna focus on the grown-up Ankylosaurus now. Okay, the head of course is bigger than Baby Bumpy's. From head to tail, it's grainy or scaly. There's more detail in the body, which is a good thing. The spikes are rounded so that I believe it makes it safe for children to play with. It's spiky but not spiky enough to cause damage when playing, but of course, if kids pound it on your furniture, not sure what's gonna happen. Look at that. color of the eyes is orange with a little bit of black, and there are blue-green markings on the body, and so is the upper portion of the leg, or yeah, not the shoulder, but I think that's upper leg. It's the same as the baby Bumpies, but I guess it has grown bigger. I mean, the area that it covers right now is a little bit bigger. It's now on the upper portion of the leg and a little bit on the top of the body. So all the legs can be moved. You can also hear like the 2 clicks on each leg as you move it. It simulates an action movement for the dinosaur, which is same as the small Bumpy. You can also move all 4 legs, front and back. The color of the body is slightly different than the tail portion. So the tail portion looks like it's kind of darker, or maybe it's just my light, but it looks like darker. The tail is angled to the left depending on what side you're on. You'll also notice that as you push it, the tail recoils. So this is because of the mechanical feature as part of the sliding bottom action, which we'll see later on. So the tail here, as you can see, have small spikes or knobs as well. Let me zoom in on the tail. This kind of roughish texture, but smooth enough because of course it's, you know, plastic. Now let's move on to the underside. Just like the baby Bumpy or small Bumpy, it has the same mustardy color. The underside of the jaw all the way to the underside of the tail has the same mustardy yellowish color. On the chesty area, you will see a provision for the speakers with the holes, so of course you can hear the sound as it roars. So down a little bit further, you can find the battery housing, which is safely screwed. So one of the feet has the Jurassic logo and the other has the DNA code, which I already shared with you guys. I'm going to give you a closer look at the DNA code. So if you have the Jurassic World Facts app, you can scan this and see more information about the dinosaur. You can watch the YouTube shorts which I published this week for the DNA code if you want to. Now let's take a look at the roar. This have 3 different settings, so we'll see it from, we'll try it from levels 1, 2, and 3. So that's the 3rd roar, so let me push it back down to its original position. Okay, so level 1. So that's the first roar. See how briefly the tail moved. Switching it to the 2nd setting, it has a different roar and the tail moved again. And the 3rd level, of course, there's another roar. And did you see the tail made the full swing? Let's try it out again. Let's try it multiple times so you can see it. Can you notice the difference in the roar at different levels? Also, have you noticed how the tail moved as it roars? I'm gonna try it multiple times. I'm gonna try it again. See? It flicks. So this is the farther view showcasing the different roar levels and tail movements. And here's another view from a different angle. Okay, I'm just gonna slide it so you can see that the tail moves and hear the roar. So this is young and older Bumpy side-by-side comparison. So let's start sizing them up. Baby Bumpy is roughly 4 inches from head to the tail, while the older Bumpy is around 8.5 to 9 inches from head to tail. Older Bumpy is taller than smaller Bumpy. He measures about 3 inches tall, 3 point something inches tall. Okay, that's it guys. So this wraps up our video of the unboxing of the new Dino Escape Ankylosaurus Bumpy and the previous version, which is a smaller version Ankylosaurus Bumpy. I love my Bumpies, both young and old. Who does not know and love Bumpy? Even the characters in Camp Cretaceous love her. Overall, I think the new Dino Escape Ankylosaurus Bumpy is a really cool toy. It has different levels of roaring sound and it simulates the tail's attack. The colors and the details all over its body is very intricate. I also like the idea that it can move both front and back legs. It can simulate moving actions when kids are having, pretend play. Like all Jurassic World toys, both of these Bumpies are gorgeous. What do you think? Are they gorgeous? You can write your comments down below and let me know your thoughts. Alright? So that's it for now. See you next time. Bye! Oops, don't forget to like and subscribe, right? Okay, see you next time. Bye!